Good morning, good evening, wherever you may be watching this video. Today we'll be doing a tutorial and walkthrough of the latest protocol to go live on the Flare network called OpenOcean. Now, OpenOcean is a DEX aggregator, and for those that don't know what a DEX aggregator is, think of a central hub that scans all the DEX options on the network and finds the best rates for your swaps. For new users, they can make things super easy in terms of sourcing liquidity and jumping right in. OpenOcean currently supports over 30 chains, so cross-chain liquidity seems to be their thing. With that being said, let's get right into today's content for the video. All right, so when you land on the OpenOcean app webpage, you'll be greeted with a page that looks similar to this. For Flare specifically, you'll want to come here and make sure Flare is selected, and then of course connect your wallet. Like I said in the intro, OpenOcean supports a lot of different chains. So I believe it's over 30. I think with the inclusion of Flare, it's 35 chains officially supported by OpenOcean. So clear liquidity is their thing. So that's always a good thing. And definitely excited to kind of see where this grows, especially in terms of Flare. So the current tokens that OpenOcean supports, you can kind of see here when you click off in the market area. You have wrap Flare, HLN, regular Flare, you have USDC, Jewel, USDT, and S Flare. So definitely a little limited on the options for swaps for now, but I'm pretty sure that list will grow in due time. What I do like is, you get to see obviously the chart here. You can switch between their embedded module, or you can switch to a trading view module. So definitely trading view I'm sure would be used for the more serious traders out there, but you definitely have optionality there. One of my favorite things that I noticed is this routing here, and then the market breakdown. So this routing will change and it will display the routes or the hops it's taking to get your trade completed. So right here we have wrap Flare and USDT. So it's saying that it'll basically trade your wrap Flare on SparkDex or USDT. That seems to be the best rate for that particular pair or that particular trade. So if I were to switch over to, say I want to trade HLN for USDT, routing, it changes. So basically what this is saying is it'll swap my HLN for wrap Flare on Enosys and BlazeSwap, and then it'll take my percentages of wrap Flare, and then of course it'll trade 88% on SparkDex and then another 12% on SparkDex as well. So maybe that, even though it's on the same DEX, if you will, maybe they have to split up the swaps to not have such a high impact. So I wonder that, I'm pretty sure that's why they have SparkDex listed twice there. And then same thing if I were to change to, let's say USDC or something. Yeah, so it'll trade my USDC to USDT. It'll go through Enosys for that, to make that swap. So definitely think that's a pretty cool feature to see the routing. And then down here in the market, it shows the exchanges, the exchange rate, what your output is, and it'll show you what the best match is for that particular trade. And then I guess this means that it, based off of if you were to just go out to that DEX individually, it's comparing OpenOcean to if you were to just go out there individually and make the swap on those DEXs and what your outputs would be. So it's basically, it looks like OpenOcean is indeed the best place to make these swaps, or this one in particular. Let's see if we change this around. Yeah, best swap, OpenOcean for S Flare USDT. And then let's try Unisys. Still, yeah. And it shows you the split up. Okay. Yeah, I really like that routing feature. That routing feature is pretty interesting. But it's really not a whole lot to OpenOcean in terms of Flare at the moment. As you can see, you have other options. You have perps, you have earn, You have different markets. They have their own OOE token. Don't know exactly what that is, but there's also tools like approval revoke. So say you participated in a protocol that got hacked and you kind of want to revoke your wallet access, or any cached approvals or anything like that. You can revoke all of those using this. That's pretty cool. Um, but yeah, there's a perp exchange. So this clicking on this, it only supports Arbitrum. So you can't trade perps using OpenOcean just yet. So I'm pretty sure that'll come sometime in the future. And then let's see what markets shows us. Okay, yeah. So depending on the chain, you have different markets that you can kind of look and see where they operate, volume, stuff like that. And then this earn tab. So OpenOcean, even though it is a DEX aggregator, they pretty much index liquidity. They don't necessarily host liquidity. So I don't really expect a whole lot of yield farm opportunities to become available on OpenOcean. Obviously, these are tokens that are supported on different chains. So maybe we could see some yield farming opportunities for Flare particular in the future, but for the most part, they only support other networks. So this is really the OpenOcean platform. It's not a whole lot to it. It's a DEX aggregator. It helps you find the best rates for your swaps. Super easy, super clean. UI is pretty easy to get around and navigate. So especially if I was a new user, not having to think about all the different DEX options and having to hop from one DApp to the other to essentially get the liquidity or the tokens that I want to be exposed to. That's always nice, to have a central place to be able to do that. Don't really care where the liquidity is sourced. I just want to make sure I am getting the best rate per swap and I'm able to get the tokens that I want to get. So a DEX aggregator definitely makes that easy to do. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments about the OpenOcean protocol. Let me know how you feel about DEX aggregators. They claim to be the first DEX aggregator on the Flare network, but I could have sworn we had a Magi swap, and that's directly through Bifrost. So I wonder if that's considered a DEX aggregator, and if so, that, in my opinion, was the first one on Flare network. But I could be wrong. Who knows? But I do get how important it is to be able to say the first. So that'll be interesting to find out. But yeah, let me know in the comments how you feel about OpenOcean. Have you been able to use it? Does this make things easier for you, especially not having to hop between different dexes and things of that nature? Have you found that you have indeed been getting the best rate for your swaps and things of that nature? So with that being said, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.